Greetings everybody, it's me Marcel Williams again giving you yet another talk. I firstly want to thank everyone for their responses to my previous posts. Thank you for the encouragement, and I want to take the opportunity now also to hope that you are all well and safe and healthy, that you are kept in good spirits, and that the faith is still strong. The last time I ended up talking about the United States of America elections, it has happened already, and the news is full of a lot of messages of congratulations. Many people are celebrating about Joe Biden being the president-elect, and the Democrats have won, according to them. But I personally hold back still. I don't carry that same view, and I think by now you should know why. I'd rather want to wait until the claims of voter fraud and irregularities have been cleared up. There are court cases pending. The Republicans are not going to accept this result as it is. There's been some irregularities and claims of voter fraud. You'll notice also that the media rushed in to announce that he's the president-elect. The media and everybody was pressing for Donald Trump to accept defeat, which he is not. And some people are also thinking he's a crybaby and he's a sore loser. But be that as it may, there is a process where the elections need to be verified, need to be absolutely clear about these issues. You know, what comes to mind is the scripture that says, there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the ends thereof is death. I'll repeat it. There's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end thereof is death. Now, we mostly apply this to religion and faith. We hear it in churches, in preaching and so forth. So everybody sees it as a purely spiritual matter. But if we apply it to the secular, because there are things in life where things seem right, but it's not entirely right. If we look at it at the death issue, in the secular, the actual meaning of the death is not necessarily a funeral and a dead person being buried, but it can mean decay, where there's loss, there's defeat, there's depression. So negative things are associated with the word death. So things can seem right, but the end thereof can be death in some way, that is loss or defeat. Now, I told you about what the Democrats stand for. They are for liberal values, which include things like abortion, which is the killing of babies before they're born. They have policies in education where they support evolution theory, evolution in the education, where Darwin's theory is taught. They don't approve of Bibles and praying in schools. And they're strong on the issue of the freedom to decide what is your sexual orientation. The what is related to the LGBTQ community, which I also spoke about the last time. And of course that other issue, globalism, which not many people really fully understand. But in a nutshell, the liberals don't stand for Christian values. They're basically unchristian. And all of these that I've just listed all seem right to many of the Democrats and their supporters. And hence the reason why they hate Trump, because that's not what he stands for. I want to pose a question to my listeners. What if Trump was right all along about fake news? What if he was right about fake news? Just think about that one. And what if Trump was right all along, even before the elections took place, about elections being rigged by the Democrats? What if he's right? What a big steal, what a big robbery that would be, that everybody latches onto. Everybody is on this thing. It seems right to them, but the ends thereof is death. And it can be death because the policies of the Democrats and what they're pushing for and what they stand for can mean loss, decay, depression for America and also the world. I just want you to remember the lies that were made about weapons of mass destruction. Remember the Iraqi war, where there were claims that that country had weapons of mass destruction, and hence the reason to attack, to prevent them from having these atomic weapons. And it all was based on lies, because that country did not have weapons of mass destruction. And in that process of invading Iraq, the country was destroyed. The people were brought down to refugee status. So that was all based on lies. So again I say, there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the ends thereof is death. So I just wanted to leave you with that thought to reflect upon. And I'll end here. And I just want to wish you have a wonderful, blessed, and safe week ahead.